The rational root theorem states that if the polynomial f of x equals a sub n x raised to n plus a sub n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus up to plus a sub 1x plus a sub 0 has integer coefficients, and if p and q is a rational zero of f of x such that p and q have no common prime factors, then p is a factor of the constant term a sub 0, that is your constant, and q is a factor of the leading coefficient a sub n. So, ang sinasabi lang nung rational root theorem natin, given tayo ng isang polynomial function, pwede nating mahulaan kung ano yung mga zeros niya gamit yung a sub 0 natin, the constant, and a sub n, that is the leading coefficient of f of x. How? By getting p over q. So, lahat pala ng zeros ng isang function natin, laging p over q siya. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi ng ating rational root theorem. So, let's take a look at this example. Find all the rational zeros of f of x equals 6x raised to 4 plus 11x cubed plus 5x plus 2. First na gagawin natin, identify muna natin ano yung a sub 0 at a sub n. This is our a sub 0, yun yung constant, at yung leading coefficient, yun yung ating a sub n. So, ano yung p natin? Yun daw lahat ng factors ng a sub 0 or ng 2. That is plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. At ano naman yung q natin? Yun naman yung factors ng a sub n natin, yung 6. Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, and plus or minus 6. At lahat ng combinations na p over q, yun ang ating mga possible zeros. Ano yung mga yon? Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 1 half, plus or minus 1/3, plus or minus 1/6, and plus or minus 2/3. Paano nakuha yan? I-combine mo lang ito. Kunwari, 1 divided by 1, 1 divided by negative 1. Okay? Lahat yan. Ito yung kakalabasan ng lahat ng combination. Ngayon, ano yung mga zeros ng f of x natin gamit ito? Using the factor theorem, pwede nating ipasok yung mga values. Let's say, f of 1, ang sagot dyan, pag pinasok natin yung 1 dito sa ating f of x, that is 24. Ang f of negative 1 naman, negative 8. Ang f of 2 is 196. Ang f of negative 2 is 0. Ang f of 1 half is 25 over 4. Ang f of negative 1 half is negative 3 over 2. Ang f of 1/3 is 112 over 27. At ang f of negative 1/3 is 0. Ang f of 1/6 ay 26 over 9. Ang f of negative 1/6 is 121 over 108. Ang f of 2/3 ay negative 92 over 27. At ang f of negative 2/3 ay 88 over 9. So, based dito, dalawa lang yung zeros natin. We have negative 2 and negative 1/3. Pero, yung degree natin ay 4. So, dapat 4 yan. Ibig sabihin yan, etong negative 2 at negative 1/3 are our real zeros. Okay? Dalawa sila. E nasaan yung dalawa? Yun yung ating mga imaginary zeros. So, since we know that negative 2 and negative 1/3 are zeros, so factor na si x plus 2, factor na din si x plus 1/3. So, using synthetic division, we have 6, 11, 0, 5, and 2. So, since alam na natin na yung x plus 2 is a factor, so negative 2 is a 0. So, dapat mag-0 to. So, we have 6, negative 12, negative 1, then we have 2, so we have 2, negative 4, positive 1, negative 2. Okay? Sure na din tayo na yung negative 1/3 is 0. So we have 6, then negative 2, negative 3, so positive 1, we have 3, then we have negative 1, so 0. But since negative 1/3 to, i-divide natin to by 3. So we now have 2, negative 1, 1. So ano ulit ito? Since raised to 4 yon, so dalawa na yung roots. So ito ay x raised to 2 at ito ay x raised to 1, x raised to 0. So we now have 2x squared minus x plus 1. Yun pala yung isang factor kasama ng x plus 1/3 at ng x plus 2. So f of x now is equal to this one. Okay? Now, the question is, since alam na natin na yung isang root is negative 2 at yung isang root is negative 1/3, ano naman yung imaginary roots nito? Okay? Using the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, x now equals, what is our a here? 2. Our b is negative 1. And our c is 1. So, we have negative b, okay, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, we have 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 8 over 4. So, ano yung mga roots natin? We have 1 over 4 plus square root of 7 over 4i. And the other one is 1 over 4 minus square root of 7 over 4i. At idagdag natin yung dalawa pang roots na negative 2 and negative 1/3. Eto lahat yung roots ng f of x natin. Dalawang real at dalawang imaginary. Show that f of x equals 2x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 3 has no rational roots. So, alam natin this is a raised to n and this is a raised to 0. Ano yung p natin? We have plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 3. Ang q naman natin, plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. Ano lahat yung combinations ng p over q? We have plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1/2, plus or minus 3/2, and plus or minus 3. Ngayon, using the factor theorem, isa-isahin natin. F of 1 is equal to 2. F of negative 1 is equal to 2. F of 1/2 is 5/2. F of negative 1/2 is 17 over 4. F of 3/2 is 15 over 4. F of negative 3/2 is 27. F of 3 is 90. And f of negative 3 is 10. Observe that wala ni isa sa kanila ang nag-zero. So, ibig sabihin, no real roots. Yung apat na roots natin ay puro imaginary. So, 4 roots are imaginary. Okay? So, na-show natin na wala tayong rational roots. Okay, finally, given the graph of f of x equals x raised to 4 minus x squared minus 4x minus 4, how many rational roots does it have? or how many non-real zeros does it have? So, paano mo malalaman sa graph kung may rational root siya? Tignan mo lang, saan siya nag-cross sa x-axis. So, ilan? We have 2 rational roots. Pero, raised to 4 siya. So, ibig sabihin, dapat 4. So, nasaan yung dalawa? Yun ngayon yung sagot sa number 2. We also have 2 non-real zeros. Okay, yun yung ating mga imaginary.